And I recall Earl as being this passionate artist, and if I had to give him a title, I would say he was an experimenter, like two words, like he loved experimenting and come up with new ways and new techniques. We sometimes met and bounced into each other, and then he would tell me of some technique he thought of, or some tools we didn't have and we didn't find in rolls or something like this.
He will make a canvas out of like jeans. He will repurpose old paintbrushes and turn them into art. Anything that you can think of, you can create. I'm pretty sure that he's done it. He was so humble and so just cool about it that if you meet him, you wouldn't know that he's like the Picasso of Dominica. But if you met him, you just think, oh, this is like a really cool guy.
When Dominica is concerned, he got the country to love painting more. He got the country to take painting as an actual career. You know, before that, people were not really studying fine art. You know, so he really pushed for Dominica to be the creative little gem that we are today. Actually inspired the creation of the White People Bullying Artists Association, because he always wanted us to create something like that, you know, to come together and lead art in Dominica.
Where do I start with my influence on Earl Etienne? I was greatly influenced by him. I remember growing up as a young boy, I always used to hear that name, Earl Etienne, but you could never actually put a face to the name, because back then it wasn't so easily accessible to say you just go on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook and say, hey, that's the artist and that's his work. But you always see his work popped up certain areas and say, hey, you know, I want to paint like that. I always like fantasy artwork and creative work. So about a couple years down the line, I actually moved, and lo and behold, I actually moved a couple houses away from him. So there you go, I had access to seeing his process and seeing how he worked. And I can remember my first visit, one of my first visits actually going to Earl. And when I get there, he greets you, come in, his home is your home. So you want juice, you want water, sit and talk. And I remember showing him some of my paintings. And I remember the first thing he said is, leave the fantasy alone for now. Look outside, look around you. Look and go and see the nature. And I remember that's what I did. I remember going and see nature. He said, go by the riverside, go bring your stuff. And I remember going by the riverside and carrying my paints, carrying my brushes. So I'm no longer going and just cook up food or chill by the riverside with friends. I was carrying my art supplies. And to this day, I can always tell you, that advice about go and study nature, that was the best advice, because nature gave me all my inspiration I actually needed to learn my colors, my forms, to learn all the time. One a little leaf, you get so many details from just a leaf. So it was just, I was very inspired by it, and he gave me some great advice that I still use to this day. And I know many other artists have gotten many other advice and information from him, which I think actually influenced him as well.
Culture and local tradition has been my muse, and because that's what we had in common, I studied his piece for me to learn how to incorporate it into my own art form as a creative director. Earl Etienne, wherever you are, we appreciate you, we love you, and we are truly grateful for your contribution towards the art society in Dominica.
The late 1990s, I got to know Earl Etienne. There was a gallery on Hanover Street. There, he, Moses, and Lucy, I think that was the other artist that frequent that gallery at the time. And I knew Lucy, and we came to the gallery, and there, you know, introduced me to Ellensworth Moses, who was there most of the time, and Earl, who actually came there sometimes. But the works were displayed there, and I was truly amazed by what I saw, you know. And I believe that is what that actually got me really thinking, well, that is the path that I want to go down, and that is the journey that I want to undertake. It was these moments, and I really can tell you I had a great time, because I really can tell you I had a great time because, I had not seen or had not known of any artists, in Dominica at the time, freshly come to town, come out countryside, the thing country boy come to town, that kind of thing, and just trying to find something to do. And while I was doing my other works, like being a construction worker first, and then doing some compounding, working in a factory for some time, I begin to use that money to buy materials and learn about that and to do paintings. My very early paintings, when Earl saw them, it was like, wow, and he check the lighting on, on my works. And then this really encouraged me and pushed me, and he himself as a person really encouraged and pushed me, to become the artist that I am today.
Hi, my name is Edward Collins. I am a traditional visual artist here in Dominica. Earl Etienne, Uncle Earl. He's an inspiration. Not only in the sheer amount of work that he put out, or the quality of the work that he put out, and not only in the fact that he managed to reach a height that very few other artists have reached since. I mean, he was just full of positive energy. The last time we spoke, he gave me art supplies and some paper, and he was like, you're on your way, just use this to like maybe take your work to the next level. And I mean, even then I had no idea that he was as sick as he was, because he wasn't the kind of person who would ever complain about it. It's just smile and try to do the best you can, It was a real hit to me personally that he's no longer around. But man, just having an artist at the top of the mountain that I can look up on as an icon, that I can say, hey, somebody like made it, and if he did, I can probably too. That's, I mean, there's no value you can put on that. He was an immeasurable talent. He was a wonderful person, and the Dominican art scene is a little less that he's gone, but even from the quality of the work that he put out, the amount of work that he put out over the years, and his effect on the next generation of young artists, including, we're not limited to involving himself in the founding of the Waitakubuli Artists Association. Man, he'll be missed. Yeah.
Earl was loved by many and will be missed by all of us. R.I.P. my pal.